Hi, see you again. After you watched the two videos previously, I hope that you are really understand about how to finding the expected value and also variance. And the most important is you'll know how to figure out the unknown from all the properties that we have learned in the lesson. So let us proceed to another two questions which is related to or covered by the previous lesson. Okay, let us look at the example 15. So this question is given that a discrete random variable with the probability given in terms of A, B, and C. So remember, this is PDF and you have three unknowns to find. So if you want to find in the three unknowns, first we try to apply the total probability equals to 1. That is very important for discrete random variable. Secondly is using the formula in finding the mean, because we given the second information, mean equals to 1.3. And the last one, we're using the variance. Okay, the variance is equal to 0.61 by applying the EX square minus mean square. So from these three, we use to compute three different equations and we are able to solve it simultaneously, and for sure we will get the values of A, B, and C. Are you ready with it? Let us proceed to finding the three equations. First, we know that must be A plus B plus C equals to 1. Secondly, it will be 0 plus B plus 2C. Why? Because x equals to 0 multiplied with A, it will be equals to 0. So therefore, you obtain the second equation, b plus 2c equals to 1.3. And for sure, the last one, applying the EX square. So when finding the EX square, you also found that the A is disappear after multiply with the 0. So for sure, you will obtain another equation in terms of B and C. And do not forget minus the mean square. Okay, 1.3 is given and is equals to 0.61. So from this equation, you get that b plus 4c equals to 2.3. So now we need to looking at the second and third equation, because only these two equations with B and C. Therefore, when we solve it, you get the C equal to 0.5. Automatically, you will get the answer for B and A respectively. So it's very simple, right? So let us proceed to the next question. Example 16. So from this question, we also know that this is a probability distribution function. But the question didn't mention it's a discrete. But how did you know that this is discrete? By looking at this, because you are given a exact value, is not in interval form. So we know that this is discrete. Okay, so after you know about this is discrete function, so we found that there is another form of pattern. What does it mean by this bracket? Is this matrix or something related to statistic? So as we know that actually is 3cx. So in order to get the values of the k, we need to using total probability is equals to 1. So did you notice that the k actually is a common factor for each x value? Therefore, when we finding the k values, we factorize out the k and substitute the 0 up to 3 as a x in the NCR, the 3cx. So evaluate it by finding 3c0 up to 3c3. So you get the k is equals to 1 over 8. If possible, we try to leave it in exact value form. Okay, hence, after we get the values of k, because you know that the question B and C is still involve variable x, which is in finding mean and variance. So we can try to compute it in table form after we substitute the k values. So based on the 3c0, 3c1, we know that it's a 1, 3, 3, 1. Therefore, after multiply with the k 1 over 8, you obtain the following table. So now finding probability x between 0 and 3. So it means there is no equal sign at the 0 and 3. Automatically, the two values will be excluded. So we just need to find the 1 and 2. Okay, after we find it, then you just refer from the table. X equals to 2 and x equals to 1. And sum up the probability and leave your answer in the simplest form. Okay, this is how we're finding the probability. So after we get the probability, let us proceed to the question B. So when finding the mean variance and also variance to x minus 3, actually it's just repeat the same procedure. Okay, we just want to double check, see whether your procedure and also the concept is still the same or not. Okay, first what we need to do is finding the mean. So I just straight away write down the product of x and px equals to x. Okay, just taking 0 times 1 over 8. You just write down 0, 1 times 3 over 8, 2 times 3 over 8, 3 times 1 over 8. So we get the answer is a 3 over 2, or you can leave it in a decimal, 1.5. And the EX square. Okay, this is a 2 components in figure out the variance, so I get the 3. And we figure out the variance, you get the 0.75. I believe that you have no problem with it. What I need to highlight is just the variance to x minus 3, which is always, mistake always occur among candidates. So we have to know that variance to x minus 3, just like I've said it, just separate it like variance to x plus variance negative 3. And do not forget about the negative 3. Variance negative 3 is a constant 0. And lastly, you just substitute the 2 here and do not forget to square it. And lastly, you get a 6. Okay, last is a standard deviation. You just square root the variance, then you get the answer. Is it very simple for the 9.2 discrete random variable? If you like and if you understand about it, do not forget to like and subscribe my channel. Okay, that's all for today. See you, bye.